Hello and welcome back. This looked for a bit like United States or possibly Canada, but ended up being Australia. Got a positive confirmation from a governmental billboard. Uh, Hope you enjoyed it. If you saw it, if not, it ranks somewhere in the middle of the pack as far as excitement and quality of guessing. Let us start the next trip. Alexa, start the timer for 10 minutes. I get easily excited about fall foliage. I just don't get enough of it in my life. This immediately looks European. I don't know if other countries get these kind of trees and these kind of colors. Probably Canada. Probably Canada. Haven't been to Canada yet. Uh, uh, let's figure out what side people drive on. This is you can pass from here to. So if you're driving this way, you can pass to the left. If you drive the other way, you can't. Um, and that's usually because of an upcoming turn. So at this point, you shouldn't be crossing because the turn is can have a car oncoming. So I'd say people drive on the right here, and that's consistent with Europe, excluding Great Britain and Ireland. I went to the trouble of checking, of Googling whether people drive on the right or left in Ireland. They drive on the left, so the entire um, Isles of Great Britain and Ireland both have left side driving. So there's some oncoming traffic driving on the correct side of the road. Um, Miles and kilometers always help. I think that says kilometers. I'll try to backtrack and read it again. That says kilometers, 58 kilometers to something. What does that say? It says not United States. In Canada, the other thing that helps is finding American cars. Interestingly, American cars are only found in America. And probably Canada and, I mean, in North America. Probably also in Canada and Mexico. The quality of this Google Street View track is not great. This car is either a very small car, smart car like, or just very bad compression and splicing in post processing. I can't figure out the brand. For a moment, looked like Honda, but yeah. Let's check the next car and let's keep hypothesizing. Can it be Australia? Do Australians measure distance? That's a Honda. Do Australians measure distance in kilometers? Did I say Australians? Do Canadians use kilometers? I think they do. I'd still take Europe over Canada. There are plenty of Hondas in Europe. That's not an indicator. I'd love to see European or American brands. You see a couple of Renaults and Peugeots, and you know you're not in North America. You see a Dodge Ram, and chances are you're not in Europe. So the next recognizable car will be helpful. Some destination signs would be fantastic. The scenery is wonderful. The quality is very, very, very poor. The resolution, the colors, maybe an early year. I don't know how Wonder picks out. Google keeps sometimes 12 years worth of footage, and sometimes they shoot more than once in any given year in popular destinations. And you can access any layer, any year's footage in Wonder as well as in Google Earth and Google Maps. So I think Wonder by default picks the most recent footage, and then it has a nasty habit of jumping from track to track, from year to year, if it feels that another year's footage gives better resolution. If I click next, like this is next, and this is as far as we go, 5, 6, 7 frames ahead. If I click next, and another year's footage has a frame closer to where the original year's footage is, Wonder is likely to jump to that, and that's unpleasant. It's disconcerting. Sometimes you're chasing a truck or there was something their camera was not stabilized. They didn't turn stabilization on. It's not the resolution so much as just the constant uh, camera shake from the road. Somebody just done goofed on that one. Mazda. So, a couple Japanese cars, which are probably ubiquitous around the world, certainly ever present in North America, both of those brands. Cannot rule Canada out by any stretch of imagination. Looks good for Canada. Um, the road markings don't tell me anything. The signs are few, and whatever I've seen looks fairly international. I don't think I've seen any English language writing um, yet, or another language writing. I am going to guess Canada just because, I mean, pending any other findings. I'm going to guess Canada based on a couple things. One, I haven't seen any, that's a Mercedes. I have not seen any European cars, okay? I mean, I just saw a Mercedes. I have not seen any cars that are only present in Europe, like the French brands or the Volkswagen offshoots, or whatever they're called, subsidies, um, divisions. I haven't seen those. I've seen two Japanese cars and a Mercedes. At one. Two, I've never been to Canada, and it's about time they sent us to Canada. Three, this place is vast. The road, there are few cars, few signs. Basically, there's nothing to point to. There's 58 kilometers to something, and nothing else is going to show up. And that is what parts of Canada are like. Of course, parts of Canada, maximum 90. Um, the sign, this maximum 90, I want to say birches. I want to say is vaguely North American. Okay, here we go. This is a GMC. This is a GMC. I would not expect to see a gas guzzling, road hogging GMC in Europe. This makes me think Canada all the way. Let's keep moving, and maybe we will either get a better confirmation or run out of time. But you'll appreciate my thinking, and if Canada pans out as a guess, then then I think my thinking is valid. It's vast, few signs, no need for signs. One American cars, three international cars that are found everywhere, and just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scenery. Woods on each side of the road. Beautiful fall colors, birches. I'm pretty sure birches are European. Well, okay, there is a European birch that you can buy and plant. I don't know if that means that there are also non-European birches, but we'll always associate birches with Europe or with any northern cooler climates. So uh, I think from what I've seen and what I imagine, Canada should have plenty of birches, and I mean wild growing birches, not birches that we plant in our front yard or backyard for nostalgic reasons, which we've done. Um, what else? Do we cut this short and call Canada, or do we let the timer elapse and then edit for length? And if we do that, do I just shut up and give myself a chance to have a clean cut instead of blabbing through the entire? I blab through the entire trip on an assumption that I'm going to post everything. I don't like working on these videos. I don't expect to have audience. So I'm prepared to post the whole thing, but if somebody does watch it, the whole 10 minutes, 11 minutes, it's probably more fun if the host blabs than if the host is silent, right? Um, or as my friend who reviews my videos says, say something smart, give some information. Well, sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. I apologize. Um, Not willing to go silently just yet, but if I learn to trim and cut out pieces from the middle of the video. Hang on, overshot something that could be useful. it could be useful if the quality of the video were better. There's no way to read this. This is nuts. This is a shaky Canadian Google Street View car. Sell set. I don't know what I would have to see at this point to budge my guess of Canada, to budge me off of that guess. So I think I'll just see what that intersection has and make the call there. Oh, well, there you go. Alexa, stop the timer. I say Canada. We are in Canada. All right, that was good. Alexa, stop the timer. So a couple things we learned. We confirmed the guess that in Canada they use kilometers, that they have the same cars as in the States, that they have beautiful scenery and beautiful fall foliage. Now, it would have been funny if we had been closer to Montreal or any city in Quebec. We would have seen French language, and it could have well thrown us off the scent, but it didn't. And Canada it is. Here's a bookmark, and thank you for watching. See you soon.